I know it's been a while, but welcome back to the podcast, man. We going back in, bro. This the Just Hear Me Out podcast. Today I got a treat for y'all, man. I got a couple of brothers. Let's just say we spent some time together, and the goal is to get on here and talk our shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no direction. Yeah, I ain't even worried about no algorithms or none of that shit, bro. You know, we gonna try to touch a lot of subjects, and if you're interested, listen. You know, uh, we prison going on in here. We got some of everything. It's gonna be a gumbo. You know, it's on some New Orleans shit. We got a little gumbo going on and shit. So sit back, relax, just kick it with us for a little while. We holla and like I said, welcome to the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah. So I hit record. I just started rolling, bro. I just, in the essence of time, I just started rolling. Fuck it. So
okay.
we're gonna start it like this. Welcome to this is the Just Hit Me Out Brotherhood edition of the podcast right here. We got a few of the brothers. We spent quite some time together. Quite some time together. All right, so in order of reference, no particular order really. I'm going top left. We got my man Lack. Like we ain't got to give no government names and stuff like that. Just let the people know who you are and our situation, bro. You know what you feel right now.
Well, I ain't tripping on the government. I'm gonna give it anyway. I ain't doing no tripping. Well, my name is Brian the Watch. You heard me? Better known as Lack. You heard me? A lot of people know me by that depth. The top of the day I'm speaking on, is the struggle I've been through and where I'm going at right now. And that's what it is, bro. You heard me?
All right, all right, all right. All right, now we got top right. We got that's from my view. Top right, we got my man S Man, Superman, aka I can do it all. Introduce yourself, bro,
Yes.
and let everybody know about your back. Give them a little brief background, a little brief history about S Man.
My name is Edward Anderson. Right now, I'm in a good space. We all know I came through the struggle, like with you brothers, and we met in the struggles. Some of we knew before the struggle, and we just reflecting on that and seeing where we at now, and seeing like where we can go, and seeing like who we can. That's where I'm at with this today.
All right, I'm pretty sure they heard you a little bit. You was a little low, but I'm pretty sure they heard that. Last but not
Most definitely.
least, got my main man, Sir Big a lot. My man, Big, give the people a little bit about you. Let them give them a little brief rundown.
Solomon, you know what it is. Look, man, just I'm Billy Sisson. I gotta put that Billy out there. You know what I'm saying? Only half Mexican white with a white name live in the projects. From
you,
right there in the fish.
you
Look,
feel me?
LB Landry, son. LB Landry.
See, they don't know.
Nah, bro. But yeah, I'm Billy Sisson. I'm from the West Bank of New Orleans, and I'm a commentator of this crazy life that we live in the life after the struggle of being in that cage and coming out like a caveman and seeing all that. You got to think, but most of us went to jail before the internet.
Right,
Think about where we at now when you come home. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And yeah, but just trying to make sense of it all still after living like that for so long. That's what people don't understand, to come out with a world where it's at and what it's doing. You know what I'm saying? But you look at it, it made us stronger for the struggle. Because a lot of shit, a lot of people have done panicked about. And we like, we done seen worse. I done seen people killed in front of me in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, ain't really much else you can show me. I done been, you know what it was, bro. I be talking to my girl about this shit all the time, bro. How them people treated us.
Yeah.
I still be tripping. I still remember some of the bitches' name, Veed. Well, I hated that little bitch.
Boy, that boy brought up a name.
But they desensitized us, son, and they treated us like shit, and they made us to see if we were gonna stand on business, whether you're gonna lock me up or whatever, I'm still gonna be in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you come out here and those same rebellious beings from the late 70s, early 80s, you know what I'm saying? We done all that time and then left New Orleans the way it was, bro. Because you remember at one time in New Orleans, you couldn't just sell dope and not be about that iron.
Yeah.
And not killing niggas.
That shit went hand in hand, yeah.
And it's like, nah, you know, then you had police killing motherfuckers, knocking motherfuckers off in the city and in Algiers. I know y'all remember that.
Lynn
He was
Davis,
taking hits. But you think about that, even their music, dog. I mean, you can go all kind of ways, but this generation, he don't have love music.
At all.
But a brother come to you talking about, you better respect me. What you talking about? This bitch was just talking about wet ass pussy. And everything, you look on the internet, that's all you see is pussy.
Yep.
That's all you see is pussy and ass. That's it.
Hey,
so,
bro,
you know,
my timeline
sex.
My timeline on Facebook ain't right. I see recipe, pussy, recipe, ass shaking, recipe.
Then it's crazy. Cause we coming from, I don't know about y'all. When I went to jail, I had a beeper. I had a beeper on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had cell phones, but they were really expensive to have them bitches. And I still one out of car that was in a little box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
you remember the prime codes, nigga? That's when everybody started getting the cell phones because prime codes made it affordable for everybody had a phone then. As you remember that shit?
Minutes. I remember when they had minutes.
That's my era.
I got 15 minutes left on this bitch.
Or call, boy, you better not call me before 7. Fuck wrong with you?
But we the last street light babies.
Yeah.
I know I am. I was born 82. I'm about to make 44. So I went to jail at 17. I went to jail at the beginning of 2001. So I seen the towers fall and everything in that bitch.
Yeah.
Now, I remember when Obama was elected, I seen black dudes hugging that they didn't even like each other. And then 4 months later, oh, that dude ain't fucking black. Fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I seen Trump come into office. I said, dog, that shit. But we watched it through the TV.
Yeah.
Through the spokes.
A lot of shit. We did a lot of, of course, that was our only outlet. You know, other than visitation and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody trying to talk about that. I'm trying to, man, let me see one of them titties. Visit. Let me
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Jason.
Yeah.
How has you being incarcerated for all those years affect you today in a positive way?
Growth. I grew, we all grew up in them, bro. So when I say grew up, I mean matured. We was on a level way beyond dudes that was on the street. Cause they were, they was experiencing shit, but they wasn't growing. You know what I'm saying? We had to grow. We had to grow up. And I took those lessons and brought them out here and was able to, man, I accomplished, how they tell you, like in pre-release, they tell you to come up with your 5-year plan, 10-year plan, shit, for this, that, or, whatever you want to do. Dog, I accomplished everything on my list in like 2 years. I thought about it. I was like, damn, this was supposed to come 10 years down the line. This shit, 2 years I accomplished this, bro. My goal was to open a barbershop. I still wanted to fuck with the music, to which I had got the studio, I had got the barbershop. My house was straight, my car was straight. Dog, I did all this. By year 5, I was established. I had a firm footing, where I had went at, you know what I'm saying, in Georgia. I moved from the city. I went to Georgia, so I had a firm footing then in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say it ain't impossible for somebody to be incarcerated over 10 years and then come out and do something productive. You know what I'm saying? But those, like I say, all of those are lessons. Because I know one thing, bro. If I wouldn't have caught my time, it was a blessing and a curse. You don't want to be in there, but it was a blessing in a way that it saved me from a lot of pitfalls. The same pitfalls, we was locked up. You hearing, man, such and such got killed, or such and such, man, such and such, you seeing such and such coming down the walk. A lot of them pitfalls and shit, man, we avoided a bunch of that shit. And it enabled us to grow because we didn't come right back out and jump in the streets and shit and grab that iron. I gotta find me a pack. And we didn't do that. Working man, got a family. Same thing with you, Lack. Working man, got a family, got a girl on your side and shit. You know, Binky, you the same way. Bro, these are blessings, and this is all shit we learned in prison. We'd have still been out there in them streets, slanging iron, drugging, whatever the fuck, whatever your vice was, you still gonna be doing that shit in the time that it took for you to do the time that you did. Cause Binky, you did a little more than me. I did
Now
13.
look, let me keep it real though. Yeah, I did 17.
Yeah.
But let me keep it real. When I come home, I fell off. Now I don't even know if we was talking, none of y'all, and I don't even think Lack was home yet. And it's like my first 2-3 years, I got fell off on that meth, and then like dropped in the belly of the beast and seeing what it is now on the West Bank and on the East Bank too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was dirty, son. It was treacherous, son. Like the way that the way the street, you know, that nightlife, whenever you know what I'm saying, you drugging and you up for 8-9 days, son, and you floating around that fucking city where they already got juju, bad juju.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for the grace of God, bro. My girl, like really my girl, a lot, dog, that brought me from that, dog. Because I was almost to the point, son, I was beefing with the police and everything. I got beat up by JP right there on Ames. I'm sorry, I was living there with my dad. My dad come home drunk. I was tired. I just got off of work. I ain't even did nothing. That boy come in drunk, go to hollering at me. So the people, we live in a house where they got 5 different rooms in the house, but everybody got their little dope. You know, it's like a budget thing.
Yeah.
And say, bro, that bitch, somebody called the police, and you know that police knock. That bitch hit that bitch, boom, boom, boom. My dad would put his puppy in his hand because he the one started this shit. I'm not even doing nothing, but he's hollering like I am. He opened the door and took the little dog and said, "Help, help," and ran out there with the police. Yeah. Dog, look, it was a little fucking thing. I wound up going through 6 months in the parish for this shit. So look, I see what he did, and that boy got out there and winked at me. So my own paw. So I went to taking off my jewelry and my necklace. He said, "What you doing?" He see what I'm doing. I'm about to flash out on the police. I said, "Look, y'all got killed tonight." I said, "Look, I ain't going nowhere. Fuck you, bitch." Look, that boy lifted that gun. That boy said, he said whatever he said. But I said, look, I looked at that boy with a straight face. I said, "Man, say it a little louder, son." I said, "Maybe I'm gonna be spooked. Maybe I'm gonna be spooked." I said a little bit louder, son. You ain't about to kill nobody, son. I'm giving you a free kill right here. I was tired, son. He seen it in my face. I went to try to run it. By this time, it's 6 of them bitches. Them bitches is holding me up and not letting me fall and just bruising me, son, in my face. Nigga with gloves on. They got me in the car. I went dealer 6 months. I had a fucking I wound up beating the charge, but he tried to say I had a battery on him. But the whole while, this how I beat the charge. Look, while I'm in the parish getting booked, my daddy in there with me. That's the charge they try to say I did, that I assaulted my daddy, abuse on the elderly. So when I went to court, I said I was in a fucking holding cell with this nigga for 2 days. What you talking about? I wanted to do him something.
Right.
Y'all, how you gonna? So they dropped the charges. But my whole point, because I went back underdog and I was gonna die, son, again. And I found myself at 35, 36, son. Everything went downhill. Because as soon as I came home, I got me a fire job in City Hall with Pat. Pat, you know, I fuck with for Toastmasters.
Yeah.
You know, he don't want got me plugged in with Strive. So I'm working with the mayor and everything, dog. I had a fire job. I get paid a
I remember the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, where Scooter works, son.
Yeah.
But everything. And when it came, bro, the devil came, dog. It's everything, son. I caught one flat in a car I just bought. From there, everything went downhill, son. Police pulled me over, found drugs. I lost my job all at one time. And it was meant for me to fail. But lo and behold, an angel come along, bro. Because I seen a bunch of demons in them streets, especially when you drugging and you doing meth, dog. You stand up. Sometimes they come ask me, say, "B, how long you been awake? You good?" I said, "Man, I've been awake 13 days. He said, "You ain't went to sleep in 13 days. I said, "No. I'm thinking I'm good." He tell me, "Dog, you don't look good."
Right. People on the outside can see it, bro. Like, man, I can tell when a nigga be drugging.
You lose your soul, son. That's
Yeah.
why you do shit with no conscience.
Yeah.
Bury a nigga in the backyard, cut his head off like the shit just happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's metal.
Yeah.
It's metal, son. I had a partner. We sitting there for 30 minutes fucking on our phone. That boy look up and said, "What you said just now?" I said, "Nigga, I ain't said nothing." He said, "Bro," he about to cry, "but please tell me the truth, bro." I said, "Dog, you did not talk to me in the last hour, son." That nigga started crying. I'm losing my mind. He said, "You ain't say this, this, and this, and this, and this," a whole paragraph of shit. I said, "No." I said, "Well, I gotta get out of here."
Say, Lack. Same question,
bro.
What was your?
Well, bro, you know,
I had a long journey, bro. You know, I'm like, first and furthermore, a lot of people might don't believe it, but the crime I was accused of, I never did it. You heard me?
Right.
So, you know, I'm out. I'm out my worry. You heard me? So, you know, come up hustling, selling drugs, doing shit like that. But you know, a lot of people they want. You know, I come from LTI and stuff. You know, I got incarcerated when I was 17 years old.
Right.
So, you know, I was like, don't get me wrong, I was a rebellious child. You heard me? Come from a good household, bro. Parents was there, they supported me and stuff. You heard me? But you know, the crew I was running with, bro, you heard me? You know, they influenced me to doing things. So I started selling drugs, things like that. There. So 1997, bro, me and a few friends, you heard me? But I knew who did the crime, but I didn't never speak on it. So I got incarcerated for the crime, bro.
Right.
Went to trial in 98. It was on robbery charge.
Right.
Something I never did in my life. I was selling drugs, you heard me? So went to trial, had a mistrial, went back to trial, got found guilty. First, they offered me 7 years to 10 years. The 10 years turned to 25 years. So that's what I was sentenced to in 98, you heard me?
Bro.
So in the process of that, bro, you know, I went upstate, bro, you heard me? You know, I done joked before, you heard me, but never on adult level, you heard me?
Right.
So, you know, I still was kind of fumbling, you know, that, you heard me? So it really took me like, bro, really, you know, I really went to self-educate myself by going back for on stent lockdown, cell blocks and stuff. Really, you know, went to reading a lot, said, you know, doing some self-shepherdizing on a lot of things.
Right.
So it really took me about 13, 14, 15 years, bro, to really to get all the way with the program, you know. Because I basically had lost all my good time. I was doing 25 flat, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't call like 3 shows. You did when I was in Huntston, WCI, you know, Sergeant Lebo. You heard me? You know him, Biggie.
I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. You heard me? So, by the law work, bro, years later, you know, I fall in Winfield, bro. And I'm short, but I'm not short. Now to come to realization, bro, I need to get out here. My mother done passed, father done passed. My back against the wall. Really ain't got nobody, you heard me? So in the course of that, brother, had this woman, I forgot her name, can't call her name, nice woman, bro. So now I shot my Nelson at her like, look, I need to get in a good time class, you know, necessary. And she made it popular, brother. The next week, I was on the documentation, brother, to go to the, you know, the classes and stuff. You heard me enroll in class. And say, brother, that was 2019. I obtained all my good time, got all my good time. Bam. So I wound up going to reentries after that in Plaquemine Parish, which I couldn't get no more good time. So I laid up there and wrote the judge in Angela, Louisiana, bro. They were like 19 years in the lapse. Told her, the woman, bro, I done got myself together, you know, the offense I did, you know, I apologize for it. You know, I'm like, is there any type of way that you could expunge this off my rap sheet, you know, if I could be eligible to go to work release? Bro, when I tell you, like, the beginning of 2020, I got a letter. Man, picture, bro. And Angie's a real racist place, bro. Angie.
No, bro. You just don't know, man.
Everybody know about Angie.
And, bro, Pearl River, all this stuff, bro. You heard me? It's what say, bro. But the guy, look, the judge, he approved it for me, bro. He said, I see you've been incarcerated all these years. And I sent him a few certificates I had. Say, bro, he took it off my jacket, bro. I sent it to the Baton Rouge, the headquarters, and they granted it. I went to work release, bro. You heard me? And I wound up getting released in 2020, August the 5th from Tallulah. And when, you know, don't get me wrong, when I came home, bro, I was kind of lost, bro. I've been gone 23 years. I did 23 years, bro.
Yeah.
So, bro, so the crazy thing, I got on, they drive me over to Tallulah in a little shack. I'm waiting on the bus. I get on the Greyhound. I make it to Baton Rouge. So when I make it to Baton Rouge, bro, I'm hollering at my little nephew, because my little nephew held me down. You heard me? I've been out for like 10, 15 years. So he like, look, I got some money for you. I'm going to cash out with his dad. You know, I got 5 hours. So they had a guy, I don't know the dude from a can of paint, bro. So he like, look, homie, you know, you use my phone. You got a jack on yours. So he let me use his phone, so I'm networking with my nephew. So he must overheard my nephew say about the cash app. He like, man, look, you go just sitting to me. Where you going to the city? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's where I'm going, and you can get your money. You heard me? But you ain't got the cash app. So I'm like, I don't even know this. Right. But this gonna turn out bad. I'm gonna wind up back in the bin, you heard? Yeah. So my little nephew Oh, who that is? I'm like, bro, I don't even know this dude. This is a random dude. So, bro, look, check this out. I ain't falling for that. They ain't no fresh fish. So, picture when I get on the bus, bro, I get off in New Orleans, they steady going. They going to Atlanta. So I said, brother, show you how the devil work, bro. I would have wanted him having to kill this dude, bro. You heard me? Behind five and I. But the way the law worked, bro, I didn't fall for it, but you heard me? So I make it home, everything, everything is everything, bro. But I see the world is totally different from
Yeah.
they got all these, like platforms, the Snapchat, the Facebook, the Instagram, it's fast, but you
Hey,
heard me? So
look,
I wasn't equipped with it.
like, not to cut you off. First time I
Talk
seen a
to me.
cell
Talk
phone
to
with a
me.
screen, nigga, I thought that bitch was alive. That bitch, the phone looked like it was breathing in my hand.
It's so man, bro. I'm like, it's crazy, bro. So, and on top of that, bro, I get home, I had like 2, 3 altercations, but I took care of that.
With
But
young
I wound up
dudes?
going in 2022, bro,
Mm.
messing with my ex old lady, which the brother X man know.
Yeah.
But
I
I
ain't never got I
detail
ain't never
with it.
got details on that situation, but I heard about it.
I went back, and matter of fact, LaJohnny, my little nephew, which
Yeah,
is your cousin,
yeah.
there, he was there prior to the incident that happened. You heard me?
Yeah.
But make a long story short, I wound up going back to jail on domestic violence charge. And say, bro, when I fall in the pad, bro, I couldn't believe it, bro. You heard? Don't get me wrong, I was kind of drunk that night. But
Oh.
me, you provoked me, bro, and caused me to erupt. You heard me? And say, bro, when I tell you, bro, I violated myself. I'm still on parole for like three summers, bro.
Mhm.
So I'm like, damn, when my parole come sell me, before they come sell me, I made bond. I'm about to get out. But just so happened, the dude, he died on fentanyl, my next door neighbor, the dude from Bad Woods in Olin Tank.
Wow.
They put a hold on the jet. They ain't on lock now, you heard me? So I'm like, damn. I know I ain't getting out now. They get a parole off enough time to come. Bam, they put the hold on me. I
Yeah.
go upstate. Say that's the hardest, longest 6 months I ever did, bro. You heard me? So make story, long story short, bro. That was a valuable lesson for me, bro. And I told myself, bro, I don't care how the circumstance turned out with me and a female, I would not put my hands on you
Period.
at all. Down to that, I'm just gonna walk away, bro. You know,
Yeah.
and now, bro, I got rid of my old news, bro. I'm telling you some new news, and from there, bro, my life been perfect, bro. I ain't, we gonna have our ups and downs, bro. You heard me, but other than that, bro, I can't say I'm blessed, bro. And I try to talk to a lot of young brothers out here. You heard me? A lot of dudes look up to me. Got big favor with me. So. But at the end of the day, I know my position, I know my lane, bro. You heard me? And I know how these dudes, they're real ignorant out here.
Right.
So, I a few words, chop it up with it, bro, and chunk up the dudes, bro. Keep it moving, bro. That, bro. My life, it's been excellent, bro.
That
I can't complain, bro.
that take a
I
lot.
can't do
That's
no complaining,
see,
bro.
that's that maturity I was talking about, bro. Cause all of us, dog, all of us used to have that fucking ego shit bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna let nobody say nothing to you out the way. You ain't gonna let nigga be ready to challenge that shit. But now that we done got older and shit and see what like the bigger picture and shit, man, that's a lot of shit. I ain't gonna say a lot of shit, but the majority of the incidents I done got into was resolved by me doing thinking, by me being able to think now. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I was fucked up. I was like coming. I had this thing where I'm from out of town. I know y'all niggas don't like dudes from New Orleans based on the Katrina shit.
Don't nobody like us.
Yeah, the Katrina fucked everybody up, dog. But a lot of them ended up being some cool niggas. Now it's always the YNs that be on the dumb shit. But at the same time, listen, I'm gonna let you know one time. I'm not gonna play with you. Cause I know you ain't gonna play with me. So the best thing for us to
Right.
do is resolve this shit peacefully. Cause I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna stop.
Right.
So you hide from it. The city not big enough, and if you do, I go to your mama house, punch in the face. But that's some other shit. But long story short, I was on that type of time at first. But it took a nigga a little time to grow up. I mean, to not grow up, but to realize shit, to see shit. My daughter came. You know what I'm saying? I done rebuilt that bridge between me and my son and shit. So shit, I had a lot to lose. I had my businesses. I had to think about all that shit, man. I got real emotion going. Y'all niggas driving your baby mama cars and shit. You still living at your mama house. So we not on we
So
not the
you feel like
same.
so you feel like Gucci Band right now.
On the cool. I ain't saying, hey, listen. That's the situation right there, dog. Cause you like, all right. So the maturity in Gucci, he didn't challenge that dude with that gun. That's mature. That's growth, bro. That's maturity. You know you're a multi-millionaire. You can't just do anything. You can't act a certain way. Certain things that you can't do to protect what you got invested in. You know what I'm saying? What you invested in is seeing a return. So you cannot do anything to jeopardize that shit. Now, there's a fine line between, like, they call it Gucci a rat and all this shit. Say, bro, it, that line is, if I'm not involved in the streets, if I'm not involved in no criminal activity and shit, you bring some shit my way, technically I could, hey, look, yeah, this how it went down. Because I'm not involved in that. Now, if this old Gucci here in the streets and shit, you gotta take your lick, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's that's one of the ones. You hit one right there, dog. Cause like I said, I got my opinions, but you know what I'm saying? And as much as I hate to admit it, bro, like Charles the White said some real shit. Even though he a bitch ass nigga, I never support nothing he do no more because of the Carmelo Anthony shit. But I got my opinions on that too. But he said some shit, and it was basically on them lines and shit. You know what I'm saying? That
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you. I don't mean to cut you off. Let me ask you a question, Jay. And hold on. Before I ask you this question, let me ask Binky.
Oh,
How do you feel about the Mello situation?
say,
If you
bro.
know about it.
Really, I don't know enough about it to even really speak on it. I read the article. I remember when it happened,
I do.
and I think that nobody will really know what truly happened. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I can see the white dudes being bullies because I'm a white dude, and I kind of look at them and see they was probably full of themselves, and they felt like there was two of them, and dude did what he was supposed to do. But in the way that America set up with Trump, I don't fuck with politics, dog. You know what I'm saying? I see what's happening, but I don't, just like religion. I don't claim a religion.
Hold on. Question. You think what I'm asking you, you think that's political? Like that was a political question I was
No,
asking?
no, that's a life question. I'm just trying to give you the broader spectrum of it because racism exists, whether they acknowledge it or not, and it's bad. But people hate just to hate.
You know,
You
you
see
know
what I'm
how
saying?
Right.
you know how it exists now in
Right.
politics, bro. If
It's to excite and make conversations like this. You know what I'm saying?
true, but look, let me show you this here. And I spend a lot of time on Twitter. This is why I say this. Anytime something happen, like some shit like that, the first thing a Republican gonna say, "Oh, the fucking liberals. See, this wouldn't happen if the fucking liberals and nigga, this
Mhm.
somebody just lost their life, and there's another dude fighting for his life, and you trying to make it a political shit. Then
Right.
you got the liberals. Oh, it's the conservatives. It's the right wingers and shit like that, and blah blah blah. Man, bro, it be bigger than that. It be bigger, like I say. What you say, and I've been following the case from when it happened because I knew what it was gonna turn into. And that motherfucker can lie and say it ain't about race and all this shit. Yes, that's the only reason people jumped on board. Because let me show you. Let me give you another example. The lady that just shot this dude in Florida on some stand your ground shit. The dude was being aggressive with her. He was approaching her. She pulled her gun. She had no duty to retreat. Oh, she could have got in the car and left. For what? I don't have a duty to retreat in a stand your ground case. She shot him. Now they made it about race. Oh, if it was a white woman shot a black man, it would have been this, and that. But y'all still see, y'all using these laws to fit y'all. And when I say y'all, I mean white people. You're using these laws to fit y'all, but you're not really understanding the weight of the whole thing. This woman feared. She was in fear. It was a female. This is a man. This matter of fact, he was a retired fucking Marine, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
Army Marine, one of them. He had the ability to fuck her up if he would have got close to her. She walked up on him. He had done blocked her in and everything. But see, this the way shit's set up. Black people can't be victims. This is how I feel. This is my personal opinion. Black people can't be victims. Anytime a black person is a victim, that's every time there's some turn around and shit, they always claiming they're a victim. How was this woman not a victim of the laws that y'all put in place? But that's, like I said, that's a whole nother subject. But even with the Carmelo shit, I watched that shit from the beginning and I knew what it was gonna turn into because of the situation. Now you had, because I'm gonna tell you, at the same time you had another case, the case in the Allison case, where this dude, he basically invited another kid. This happened at high school. He invited him to the bathroom for a fight. He already had the knife and he had the intentions. He knew what he had intent. See, I don't think Carmelo had intent. This dude had intent to, stab the dude up. He brought the knife to the bathroom and stabbed him multiple times. He had told somebody the weekend before he wanted to send dude to the hospital. So we knew he didn't get near the amount of time Carmelo got. He actually would have only got 2 if they hadn't formally charged him with the knife. And so it was an enhancement for a crime or certain crimes and shit. You know how they use that gun enhancement in Louisiana? They used that knife to enhance his sentence and gave him 10 years. But he only doing 5. He only doing 5 years. Y'all gave Carmelo 35. And he got to do at least 17 before he even eligible for parole. And there's no guarantee he even gonna make parole. You know what I'm saying? It just but that's the racism part. Cause we know if this was the other way around, Austin wouldn't have got he probably would have got acquitted. Kyle Rittenhouse went to a whole nother state, walking down with the intentions to shoot somebody because you brought an assault rifle. You just needed a reason. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Penny. This dude the dude was making a ruckus and shit and whatever, but you come behind and put a bit of chokehold and kill him. You're a hero. You feel what I'm saying? Going all the way back to George Zimmerman, dog. I mean, it's a lot of shit, bro. But that Carmelo shit.
Look, let me intervene a little bit. Now let me show you. Now I see it through a different spectrum because first of all, I come up in the project around a number of black folks.
Yeah.
I went to Martin Berman. I was probably 5 white people and 700 black people from the first grade all the way to 5th grade.
Yeah.
I went to LB Landry. 4 white people, 700 black people. So it prepared me for jail for when I went in there because I'm just gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting beat up by black dudes my whole life. They used to steal my bike, just rip me off that bitch. I see you every day. Look, rip me up, just rip me off that bitch. I done stole it out of Terrytown. You know what I'm saying? But, we had food stamps. We had, a lot of time where we didn't have lights, water. You know what I'm saying? So I feel the struggle of the common black person that I lived around because that's the only people that lived around me.
Yeah.
So now I look at this shit is like going back to what just happened with the 2 dudes, the white dudes or whatever, they most probably was wrong as a motherfucker, but it's racist in the United States. And whenever you look up the term, the slogan, I'm going to make America great again. Now, I don't follow politics, but if you put something out there that I hear, only other person I ever read was Albert Pike. And he wrote that I'm going to make America white again. Yeah. He's a look up Albert Pike. He's got Morals and Dogma. That's the name of the book.
Yeah.
And so he's bringing it back to the Trump supporters all the time. They rednecks, a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what they want to do. They want to make white superior again.
Right.
In a fallen economy, in a fallen world. I'm more worried about these bitches buying all the farmland up. I'm more worried about these bitches making exit plans to the moon.
Nobody
I'm on
pays
some other
attention
shit.
to that
I ain't got time. I ain't got time. I understand what's going on, but I can only radiate what I radiate around me.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of the special people that can actually see it from a certain standpoint and know right and wrong, no matter it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm a half Mexican. I wasn't enough for the Mexicans. I'm not white enough for the whites. I'm definitely not black enough for the blacks. You know what I'm saying? So I pick my lane.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But the world is fucked up. And if you look at it and you see what's going on, and you see we've been held in oppression to kill each other, we're supposed to be enemies of each other because they can't beat us together.
Right.
Can't. And say, bro, it's sad to see the world the way it is. But you know what I will say? They have more white dudes now that's it's cool to be best friends with. Like my best friend name was Kieran.
Yeah.
And, the Colombians killed him after I went to the can. He was like, yeah, Kieran that was over the project.
Yeah.
That was my best friend growing up.
Let me
They
interject.
kill him. But yeah, bro.
Let me interject one time, Banky. You know, I understand how like you I understand how you feel. I might not feel how you feel. Me personally, bro, this is just me. Maybe I'm not I have never been in a situation where I don't know, but I have never had a best white friend. And me personally, this is just me. And I'm not saying like nothing like negative, but I think this is just me. I would never feel totally comfortable around and in the midst and partying with like that many white people. I'm sorry, that's just me.
Shit, me
Like
neither.
talk about, I think I,
All us agree now.
you know,
You know why? You see what happened with the fucking with the Nolan Wells shit. Say, bro,
I don't know
yeah,
what to
bro,
think of that shit.
man,
That's too
listen,
rough, son.
we know, bro.
You think it was them?
Man, it had to be. The only
Or they
reason
had something to do. They know about it.
they know about
yeah.
it, and I
They know
believe,
what's out.
yes, I don't think it was
No
like I
matter,
said. It goes back to intentions. They might have been like not their intentions, but bro, they tried to blame it on the girl,
yeah.
saying that the
See,
last.
once it happened though, see, once it happens, even if it wasn't intentional, everything that happened after that was intentional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I don't think the initial thing was there, but since it happened, now we have to figure out a way to distance ourselves
What you
from
think it was an accident?
it. I mean,
No, I don't think it was an
that's what
accident,
I'm
but
saying.
I don't think it was totally premeditated.
Right. It was spur of the moment shit.
But once it happened, all the covering up and
Deleting
all that's
accounts
intentional.
and getting lawyers and
All
shit.
that's
If you
intentional.
ain't got nothing to,
Yeah, all that's intentional.
yeah.
You heard
If you
me?
ain't got
Not
nothing to
I hope
do,
I don't go nowhere with y'all and not come back, son.
Big A. This
say,
this
bro,
one
this is
thing
what I'm about to
about
tell you.
us.
That's what I'm about to tell you. That's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing about it.
Check that out.
I believe in my heart, I believe that a white person will stand a better chance hanging with us than we would of them.
Yeah.
Because, like, for some reason, this inferiority complex kind of is like, for some reason, to me, this is my opinion,
We accepting, bro.
they think.
They
So,
be. I say they, the powers that be. We just gonna call it that.
Mm-hmm.
It
Powers
ain't
that
every
shouldn't
white
be.
person, bro, but the powers that be paint this picture of black people like we just mongrels and shit. But that's not even the case.
yeah, I think they are bred like that. I think
It's
they are
cool.
taught
Yeah.
from the beginning the
Yeah.
that. I think they're taught that from the beginning.
Mhm.
I mean, when they go to
Because
Harvard, all they doing is getting with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's why the bitches
But hold
looking
on,
up shit about New Orleans with
I
the
don't want to go
mafia.
too deep. I
Yeah.
don't want to go too deep, but like that's what it was, right quick. You hear me? Because like, let me tell you something, bro. I was listening to what you saying, bro. It'd be a whole nother agenda. Like your boy got the biggest farmland in America or in the world. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk, I think. Don't he
We
got
got
the
a
biggest
water shortage.
farmland? You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the type of thing, like you say, we need to be paying attention to.
A
What you
lot
gonna
of
do with
people
all that
don't.
land? You already feel like the world is overpopulated.
Yeah.
They got some weird shit going on right now. That's I mean,
Because all of a sudden,
weird.
where did all this space exploration come from? In the last 10 years, bro, they done, booked so many missions going. They circumvent Mars for some reason and shit. Because Mars is, it's still inhabitable if you could find a decent water source and the ability to create life on it. Oh, they on the first thing smoking. And
You seen Total Recall?
yeah, you feel me? So hey, bro, everything is a premise. The movies and shit, that be a premise to something that's coming. And we don't
Now you got
go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Now I was saying it just be shit that people don't pay attention to, bro. Movies are the premise. You just gotta watch out and see what's going on. But it's a reason, bro, because I'm looking at all right, the core of the earth. The core of the earth is slowing down and is slowly going back the other way and shit. And what's going on? Like, let me know what's going on. Y'all just gonna leave us down this bitch. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all really doing it. That's what I feel like, bro. I feel like they know something going on and they just not telling us. And that's what, but that's, that's the conspiracy theory.
They getting ready they getting ready to bounce. And that's why I always say this is for entertainment purposely only.
Right.
You heard me what I'm about to tell you. But they like, it reminds me when we was in a can and somebody always got something to tell you. They say, oh, they say this. They say you can't do this. They say, nigga, they say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who the fuck is they say? You know what I'm saying? I look at this shit and I know just off of this one scientific fact. All right. Now, 90% of matter that's around us is unobservable to light. It's called dark matter, junk matter.
Yeah.
We can only perceive 10% of what's actually around us. That's like if I owe you $100 and I tell you, look, dog, I'm gonna just give you 10. That's cool. I'm gonna keep 90. So all this other shit that's going around, you got a whole Earth 2.0 going on around us in waves and people and souls, all this other shit just roaming around, right?
Right.
Now that's going way into the fucking into the rabbit hole. But what if it's just all a simulation, son? There have been times when I was in the can, I used to think that the world didn't exist no more. Nigga said, oh, I just went to visit. I said, I didn't. Nigga, I ain't seen nobody in 9 years.
Right.
Fuck, does it exist out there? You know what I'm saying? So, and you think about all that pain and struggle we went through in there, dog, and themselves. And I know Lack, I've been on extended with Lack before.
Yeah.
And I remember he was going back and forth to that fucking cell block. He didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? But and you see it and you know what that cell do to you. Lack, you ain't got nothing but time to yourself. And if we can't figure this shit out, because when I was in prison, dog, I seen demons in that bitch. Like real, because think about it. If you was a spirit, and you just wanted anger and hate and depression, where would you find it at?
In prison.
Prisons, asylums, hospitals. So that's what they eat, that energy, dog. Because I done looked at people and I done seen people shape-shifting that bitch almost in their eyes. Not like they turn into another person.
Yeah.
You can see something shift in their eyes. It's because we were surrounded by that shit, dog. I got so desensitized that I done seen a nigga almost beat the death in front of me. And all I did, I would never forget, I was reading a Jan Patterson book. I got up, I peeled my blanket back because it was getting close. I didn't want no blood on my blanket. I went back to my book, son.
Yeah.
And that's when you get to the point, you see shit out here, and a lot of this shit be so simple, bro, but it's like they missed us.
Yeah.
It's like that we catch on the shit that we're not supposed to catch on to. If you follow what I'm saying. Like, it's like you're brighter than everybody else.
Yeah.
That when you first come home. And if we can't utilize that, and make a better life, we stupid. But just how you started this video, it's all about your why. At one time, I didn't have a why. I was depressed. I didn't have nobody. Everybody that I did have betrayed me. So I was depressed. I was like, fuck it, I'm about to check out. But now that I have a family, that's why I do it. That's why I even take some bullshit every now and then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have your why, but I want to be successful too.
Right.
I don't want to just be a statistic that somebody that just did a lot of time in prison. You know what I'm saying? And I just die. I want to see places, things. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Binky, let me show you something. As long as I've been home, I done been a few places, you know what I'm saying? I done did a little traveling or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like
I seen you in New York.
Man.
I seen Lack was on a cruise not too long ago, I think it was.
Son.
I ain't never been on a cruise. I'm gonna go.
The world,
Nice, bro.
the world got so much to offer, bro. And if you limit yourself into just
I still ain't got a license.
Man.
Don't tell nobody. But yeah, you're right though. You ain't supposed to limit yourself.
Yeah, I'd have never thought, bro, like going to Niagara Falls, taking my daughter to Niagara Falls. Say, bro, that is a beautiful, beautiful, natural motherfucking place to be, bro. To see
the jail cross your mind at any time you was looking at it.
Huh?
The jail cross your mind at any time you was beholding that beautiful, smelling that air coming off of there?
Hell no, because I didn't think it would. Bro, at one point, I didn't think it was possible. You know, we used to get the magazines in there and shit, bro. A lot of the dudes used to look for the girls in the magazines and shit. I'm looking for the articles of landmarks and motherfucking shit like that. You know what I'm saying? With the planes, and I'm like, damn, how they live? I wonder how they living out here. And when you see some shit like my next goal is, of course, the Grand Canyon. I want to see the Grand Canyon. But just to see shit like that, it's so majestic, bro. Like I'm in the fucking falls where the lakes is coming together, pushing all this water, and they tell a story of how many gallons is really coming over the falls and shit. You like, God damn, that's a lot of water. Can't drink all that shit. So I better stay on this boat. But the point is just seeing that shit and being a man, that shit is it'll make you. It just make you see shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more to be doing than bullshit. That's what makes me think about what we got going on with the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? It's all of us have been in we call it the struggle. All of us have been in the struggle, but we all are able to, we overcame that shit and are able to, function civilly in society. You know what I'm saying? And in social settings, we got our own shit going on. And this ain't started with no uh federally funded program, and we ain't got no sponsors and all that shit. It's just us doing us, which I would like to see it go further than what it's gone. That's the point of me trying to put together a documentary, and document the shit and let everybody tell their story, because a lot of people don't believe you can do that. A lot of people don't believe that you can be rehabilitated. And it ain't have nothing to do with any program. It's all with you. How far you want to go with rehabilitation. Can you get over this shit yourself? Now the programs help some of them if you take them serious, but for the most part, look what we did. We did the impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We came together. Ain't no bullshit. This what, year 3? Ain't never been no bullshit. All we do is laugh and think about where we came from as opposed to where we are. You know what I'm saying? And the contrast in between, like, bro, people need to see that. People need to see more of that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, like, all other dudes that come home, yeah, you might, you come home, you get a little emotion, you do some shit, that's cool. But how are you, you know, how are you using what you learned and to help somebody else, instead of just it being yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's cool to do shit yourself. It's cool, whatever. But if I could uplift somebody, like, I think about the brothers that we lost just in recent times. You know what I'm saying? We just lost Spud,
Right.
Flu, Norm. I was counting them up. I was like, God damn, it's a lot of dudes that didn't make it. Not, none of them. I ain't gonna say none of them, but a lot of them didn't go from violence or what came from the streets. It happened, just some shit that happened. But then you got the ones that did, you know, succumb to the violence, and through no fault of their own, bro. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying. I look at the Hog situation, bro. Nothing he did, he didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just somebody else had an idea to take him out, bro, and that's what happened. But at the same time, we still remember him. We still memorialize him, because Hog was a good dude, just like Norman. I don't know if y'all remember Normal, but Normal died in a boat accident on the river. Through no fault of his own, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it don't change the way Lil Darren. I thought about, bro. He just popped in my head like a couple of days ago. I don't know if y'all remember Darren. Darren used to be on the boxing team with us, but he was
Little Terrence.
huh?
Little Terrence. Little short Terrence.
Nah, Darren, man. I forgot Darren's last name. But he had like some kind of illness or whatever. He passed. But that was my dude. We was cool as a fan. We had, made plans and stuff. And, he ended up going home. He had a short jokes. I think he did like 5 or 6. But he ended up coming home or whatever. And we talked a little bit when I got home. But he passed shortly after or whatever. So, I be thinking about them when the brotherhood comes up. Anytime, like, somebody posts something or whatever, and they tag the brotherhood, I immediately think about all of them. Pipe good dancing there. That's my fucking boy. I can't go through a football
I spoke at
season.
Pipe funeral.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't go through a football season without thinking about Pipe, because we used to beef between the Saints and the Buccaneers. You know what I'm saying? That was our
Oh man, Pipe done got so many arguments.
yeah. Carvin, Dane, all them dudes, man. Carvin. That was my dude, bro. You know, his brother Dame, that's my little cousin baby daddy. So, you know, I seen his daughter the last time I came to New Orleans, like that was earlier this year. When I came to you, when I came by you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was earlier in the year,
yeah. So
right after Christmas.
yeah, I seen Dame daughter Danshell. That's my man.
What Dan from Bridge City?
Yeah. You know,
Dan passed?
yeah.
He passed before Big Time.
Yeah, he passed before COVID.
Yeah, he passed before Big Time. Found him in Mary Poppins, rolled up in a rug.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. So
Man,
You know, Villa died too. That was before. That was a little while ago. That was about 6 years ago. Swallowing some fentanyl for the second time in 2 days.
man.
we talking about Brian?
Gonna be Brandon
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon
Clement.
got his last name. Clement, yeah. I talked to him like
Right.
2 days prior to the store, bro. He had the black band. Next
Right.
thing I noticed, he swallowed some fentanyl, a dope, and OD. That's crazy, bro. I just talked to him.
And then
He was living in Oklahoma.
what is
What the one got hit at his house in West Wego? I had seen him 2 weeks before that.
Got hit by West Wego.
Yeah, he was Thomas, something Thomas. Got banged up in his house, something about his son.
That's new to me.
No, that's
you tell me
a few years ago. I'm gonna think of his name. It was some fucked up situation to where
not Kurt.
He talking about Kurt.
Not
Kurt.
huh?
Kurt. Yeah.
Kurt. Yeah,
Something like Kurt.
that's what I'm talking about.
That's man, he just hollered Kurt. They pull up on me. We linked up like 2 months after that, death, bro. You heard me?
That's
Him
crazy.
and his old lady got like,
Man.
yeah, bro.
You heard what happened with Nooney, huh?
What happened with Nooney?
He back locked up, huh?
Yeah, I heard the police was bent on him, and I was fucking with Nooney a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, just getting a little green every now and then, but you know what I'm saying, some other shit. But he the feds was watching him, and they rammed him in a truck, and he had just got that Audi, that green Audi. I don't know if you had
Green
seen it.
camouflage.
Yeah. And nigga said, now this the low I'm hearing. I heard from a couple of different people though back there. Said that boy was home. That boy went to jail on a gun deal, and he got caught with like a key and a half. Buffet.
Okay.
Yeah, and they said he was home 72 hours later. Not even 72 hours.
I'm gonna have to bleep some of these names out too.
In the back of in the John, I know his cousin told me he got like 5 years.
I don't know. Like I said, I was fucking with him. I need to go back there.
Man.
Yeah, you got the bleep, 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 bleep.
You know that's my cousin and shit. So I gotta find, because I didn't know that.
Now, this was like 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't never knew.
Yeah, I know he got back locked up because I just highly was my cousin. You know, he had the little detail shop on 4th Street. He did him and a few other like what he's doing the watch company moved across the river or something. Next thing I know, he was locked up. Like,
Boy, that'd be that. When you ain't trying to go back, bro, because like I said, truth be told, I took a little fall back in 2019. I was on a pistol charge, but it was, I had to do a year. I sat down for a year, bro. Like, I feel you when you say that little 6 months or whatever. When that shit be the hardest fucking time, dog. That was the hardest time I ever done, bro. That was the hard, bro. I swear, dog, a year felt like 10 years, dog. Man, and then if you ain't never been to the joint in Georgia, Georgia is way different than anything I ever experienced in my whole life, dog. They don't know how to do time, right? And everything gangland. So, I line who I line up with, but at the same time, it's like everything gangland, but they don't have no structure. They going, you got dudes that wasn't doing shit on the street. They had no motion, but they come to the can. They spend a few years. Now you got dudes looking up to them. Now you able to send these dudes on crash dummy missions and everything and said, Biggie, you might got a phone. I want your phones. I ain't gonna come get it from you. I'm gonna tell these little dudes, y'all go get that phone from Beaky and shit. They come in there with their knives and all that. Man, y'all dudes is that's
But they got a lot, not to interrupt, but they got a lot of what we not used to. See, Louisiana is unlike any other prison system in the United States, dog, to where it's the ratio is like 90-10.
Yeah.
It's dominantly black. That's why they don't have no race wars. Or when's the last time you heard of Aryan Brotherhood where we was at?
That's what I tried to explain to dude the other day. Like, and say like from Texas on back, yeah. But
it's New Orleans, Baton Rouge at that point.
Yeah. You feel me? Say, but
no, let me make you laugh, but real quick, I promise I ain't gonna fuck with you no more. Just to interject with what y'all saying, I went to the past for them 6 months. Soon as I get upstairs, dude watching TV, little black dude, and I'm standing right there. He tells me, "Sit, but don't the white dudes touch the remote." So I'm like, I'm stressing about the streets. I'm like, little brother, I'm not in all of that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you talking about, I went walking the cell. They closed the cell. Why that boy told me, say, bro, lunch comes, send it out, or I'm sending it in. So I asked my celly, I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? What are you gonna send in here? He said, dog, he's saying if you don't send him his food, he gonna throw shit on you. I said, little brother, I said, hey. I said, look, I'm on a misdemeanor charge, son. I said, if you throw shit on me, I'm gonna kill your whole family.
He didn't know who he was fucking with.
If you come out that bitch, you won't fight. You don't want to fight, I want to get moved. But I said, damn, it's vicious like that. Nigga talk about throwing shit on me.
That bitch big and used to flash out, dog. I'm talking this nigga. It's two things this nigga gonna flash out about, bro. One of them is that fucking basketball court. Biggie will flash the fuck out. Biggie, God, here, take the ball, nigga. Damn.
Talking about 18-year-old, 19-year-old Biggie, nigga.
Man, I
wish I could take some shit back.
You know, I used to always sit on the side, or like if we did play like me and you, we played like a couple times 1-on-1 and shit, or if we played on fucking teams and shit.
I played with both y'all big men. I can't check y'all out.
I want to be on your team because I know this shit about to be funny as a motherfucker. I don't want to be on the opposite team.
Who checking beat? Who checking? Oh man, I ain't running around with beef, son.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Hey, you know when that shit be with the bullshit about to come? When you ask you to get quiet and put your hands on your hips like this and shit. Let a nigga go up. Nigga about to get choke slammed. Shit, nah, bitch, that's how we play. That's what you doing, right?
Me and Junior started talking that shit. Me and Junior played 1-on-1 for 4 years straight, son. That's when you got time to burn.
Yeah.
Every day we go work out, we come in, son. We play 1-on-1, about 6 games, we go in.
Yeah.
Go eat together and everything. You know, that was my dog, son. I talked to him the other day.
Yeah.
He doing good. Yeah, he live in Houston.
Shit, that was up. Somebody,
man, that's my dog.
I was talking
about Brandon Laverne, boy.
I feel like
my work partner.
I feel like
work partner in the sandblast shop.
Yeah, nigga, I remember. Man, listen, I remember we went home. We came back up there with the church
for the baseball team.
Yeah, no, man, nobody would have ever knew that nigga was a whole serial killer.
That's crazy, son.
Laverne?
What it was? Laverne, the one that was in the sandblast shop with me. The little short, stocky one, kind of goofy from Church Point. If you see,
I know of him.
That boy was a serial.
This nigga a whole serial killer, fool. He had went.
That boy came up there on a Sunday with the church group, woke me up out my sleep, talking about, hey man, praise the Lord, bro. Let me pray with you, bro. I'm back and all. Then he started writing me on the JPay machine, and then that boy wrote me on a Monday something $50, and then a week went by. And he killed a woman like on a Wednesday, and that boy still on that Monday sent me a money order. Talking about little thing, talking about, man, you better take care of yourself, keep on praying. The whole while this nigga done killed the old girl, he buried her and everything, dog, in a graveyard. He buried her in a graveyard.
Man,
they said he done killed multiple other people. Listen, I'm gonna fuck your head up. When he was about to go home, he come in there. He was in a sandblast shop with me. 3 months before he went home, the feds came talk to him. Yeah. And they was interviewing him about a woman that, the kid that got killed in '99.
In New Orleans.
Piece of Pate. Elisa Pate. No, he killed the chick. He suffocated her because she wanted to leave the hotel room after he done fuck with her. He met her at a bar.
I thought that happened in New Orleans.
No, they found him guilty of that too because he wound up. He was a suspect, but they never had enough on him to charge him for it.
And he confessed.
But so he been doing that. When they called him, they went to Texas, and they said he had 10 IDs of Texas women that's missing up there. By the way, his sister living.
Man. Did he? He confessed to the little girl in Lafayette, bro. But then look, turn around. He done told her what the body was and everything. Like this nigga turn around and tell him he wanted to take it back. I want to take the plea back. Boy, you threw.
They never found that little girl. I was filing that case. I was at Mr. Ball's class.
Did Mr. Ball class?
Yeah, we used to get the newspaper. Remember we was filing it.
Yeah.
One day that boy picture pop up. I said, Lord,
you know, that was his daughter that with the South Louisiana.
Mr. Ball.
Yeah. But I remember he used to get the paper and shit. We used to go down there and read the papers and shit. Man, that shit was crazy, boy. But then this the killing part. When you told him check on such and such. Boy, that was you dodged one right there.
What?
When you told him, man, look, make sure my business getting handled with such and such. We just gonna say such and such. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, man, I was like, yeah, Baker dodged a bullet with that one, boy.
Definitely.
They was with some crazy shit.
Dude, what happened with E? What happened?
I just read
a bunch of legal terms, you know what I'm saying? But just like what happened, allegedly.
I forgot what the paper had said about it, bro. Somebody, look, I had made a comment on Facebook, and some random person, I had to go find the whatchamacallit, the message and shit. But they're like, hey, he who y'all think he is and shit, you know, he done did this and that, and you know, on some, I don't even know what to call it, bro. It was on some type shit. And I was like, not fucking, bro. Not the E-Man. You know, he was the E-Man.
I was about to say, he was mine for a long time.
Yeah.
For like about 20 days. Oh,
wait, what you said?
I said I was my cellmate for like 20 days. When he got jammed up, something got jammed up. We was in a cell together.
Yeah.
I know I told Jabal, like I talked to Jabal like a month ago. Y'all remember Jabal?
Yeah, Jabal.
Yeah, he done good in Minnesota, you heard me? He doing all right for himself. He been home about 7 months. So I talked to him, and he was telling me that was laying up there. He had a little young female he was dealing with her, you heard me?
Yeah.
So she really was like a call girl or something, you heard me? So he'll link up with her and stuff. He said the last person they saw was with a white boy. No, I'm lying. The last person they saw was with him. But, you know, she was getting around doing her thing. So when she come up dead, but he was the last person, they just went on and snatched them. But, you know, word was she supposed to be, it wasn't really a man or lady. It was like, you know, you're there, link up with her and she'll do her thing, whatever. I'm like, damn, but that's some crazy shit there, bro.
Let me tell you,
because I ain't never known him to be like that.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't never known him to be like, he was always like laid back on some reading. He was always reading shit.
At the end of the day, you know, you got to realize, you know, you met him in prison. You didn't really know him. That's just like, you remember the dude banking from WCI, from Covington?
Oh, you see that?
Yeah.
We was all on the together.
It was cool. We was kind of my next door neighbor, you know, laid back dude. I'm like, he likes sports. I like, you know, I used to chop it up with him and say, bro, man, I saw his name. I said, damn, then it went back to 93. It went way back to 93. The first charge was in all type of shit. I stand was a psychopath. He come right back home, and the shit happened with the priest and his wife. I stand, you know, you heard, because like I say, you don't know a person till you know him. You heard me?
Yeah.
So when it's all said,
I kind of knew he was fucked up. I was on extended with him. I kind of knew he was fucked up. He was in a cell right next to me for like 9 months.
Yeah, that was my cellmate. I think. He was next to me. I think at WCI.
He
was in a cell block. You hear me? Sports, and you know, I ain't never looked at him as no fucked up individual. You heard me? But I ain't know. You know, he caught a charge way in 93 like that. That's damn.
Man, it's a lot of
40 years. Then he only stayed out there 1 year, about 9 months, bro. Went out there with a knife, tripped, killed the pastor and his old lady, trying to rob us.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
The
on a
police ended up
bicycle.
shooting him, huh?
I know he just got life.
Yeah,
He just got life.
he did the exact same crime allegedly that he did in '93. He got
Yeah.
caught the exact same way in the car and everything.
Who that was? The police killed him. So I forgot. Was that?
Oh yeah, it's Arizona.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's more like
yeah. He said he
yeah,
was going back.
Yeah, police killed him, yo.
Yeah.
Police killed him. I remember. Yeah,
Man, they got a couple of dudes, bro. Look, like I said, I'm gonna bleep I'm gonna bleep these names out, but you know, he was about to come home and shit, but that fucking DNA, him was the same one. The Muslim dude, he got it the
What
same way.
about Teardrop? What about happened with Teardrop and Redbeard?
Well,
yeah.
Remember that?
Teardrop got life.
He was about to go home.
Yeah. He about to go
Nightwalk,
home. Nathaniel
Teardrop.
told Teardrop. You mean Teardrop was cool?
You ain't know that?
Yo.
no,
I don't think Jason was up there, dog. Look, dude was about to go home. Dude big. Dude work out. He about 6'5".
I know
He been
Redbeard.
out
I'm trying
9
to.
years on 10.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, I'm saying I know
been in-
Redbeard on. I'm trying to think of what Teardrop, because I
So-
be fucking with Jared.
Dude, we walked past him, and the white dude got a red beard. You know what I'm saying? He kind of older, but he like an Aryan brother. He called him whatever you call him. You know what I'm saying?
I know you.
So the dude hit him one time. Teardrop hit him one time, and he went over and he walked off. He come back 10 minutes later. He got blood coming out his ears. Dog, I ain't never heard somebody cry like that, dog. Wake up, please, bro, please. Dog, they interviewed the whole dome. You know they're gonna find out who it was.
Yeah.
Put that boy on the bus, and I ain't never know what he got. But I do said, man, he going crazy. I said, I guess so. How you gonna go from doing 9? I done walked this bitch down. I got 12 punch left. One punch, son. Now I'm done.
That's why I used to be selective about fighting. You know, when you come through, or you can get blood on your hand, you get that shit like that. And that wasn't my thing. My thing was, if I fuck around and hit a nigga the wrong way, dog, I got this time right here. That shit could turn into a life sentence easy.
Yeah.
Hit him.
What was the dude's name that stabbed the dude up? That stabbed remember that was his name. Stabbed the fuck out Jack from Baton Rouge. Went and ran in a cell with him. Yeah, because it was a punk. I was on Sun or whatever it was, Sun Union, wherever we was at. Nigga threw some cigarettes over there. Fuck. He grabbed it and went under with it. That's what they was all behind. Nigga, when they hit him with a world thing, son, with a lock blade, something that big.
Yeah.
Got locked in a cell with him.
Yup.
Wasn't even on the same team with him. He ran in the cell.
Yeah.
I know I was
in there. We already on lockdown. Serious. They gave him 25, huh? 25.
Knee jerk. What it? All of us on the till together, bro. When he jug dude up, when it almost killed him for y'all time. It was last y'all go. We just at that reception tip. Yeah, that was next to D2. Aura 1 or Aura 2. That was a reception tip. And I think dude was in cell. Dude crept in there after the y'all. When he shut the y'all, you heard me, stay in the back line. Man, he almost killed him, bro. I'm talking about paint the walk red, you heard me? Murder game, bro, you heard me? Dude lost like 70 pounds, 80 pounds, bro. You dig? I'm like, damn, dude ain't good with him, bro. All behind a can of Bilgers, too, you heard me? Dude begged him, bro. Look, all I want my son good. I ain't got them talking regular. Ain't nothing, just sleeping on dude.
Yeah.
Man, dude ain't play with him, bro. Dude ain't messing, bro.
Man, I seen that shit with his ticket and shit that time. Man, that shit was more funny.
Girl thing?
Huh? No. All right, so as was running they had their ticket going and shit. We hit the motherfucker for like 100 pack of cigarettes, bro. But he was trying to be cool about it. He like, man, just give me something right now. Cause I hit your shit.
Yeah.
give me something. He like, man,
Cheat the cheat on him.
yeah, I'm gonna give I'm
Eat my
gonna pay.
bread.
Niggas mad because he hit. So he would end up telling him, man, fuck you, country boy, and get your shit. Man, what he said that for? I was in Kansas 3D2, bro. I see up all night with the headphones on. He writing a letter. I go to sleep and wake up. This nigga still on the fucking the fucking bunk with the pen in his hand and shit. They call him breakfast. They call him child in the morning and shit. That nigga forward the letter up, put that bitch. I'm like, what caught my eye was, like I said, he was still in the same position and everything. So I'm like, that nigga got some serious shit he's saying in that letter. But I guess he was telling the people like what he was about to do. Man, we get ready to go to they rack the cell back for the shit back for the for child shit. So we going out. I'm still half asleep, walking down the walk. Man, up like 2 people in front of me. He coming out of the child hall. Man, this nigga ain't no big old dude. He lift everything on the iron pile. Man, run across that fucking walk and jumped in his shit, bro. Hitting him, dog. I'm talking about with everything but the kitchen sink. Bitch, I told you. Bitch, see that bitch I told you? You know he was serious. Bitch, I told you, bitch. Man, this nigga got up, blood coming all down and shit. He wobbly and shit. Right after that, that nigga we went and checked into the cell block. They was gonna go to the cell block anyway, but stayed back there till he got shut. He didn't even come back on the compound. I'm like, man, y'all niggas, boy, that fucking gambling a motherfucker too.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You remember? I wasn't there when it happened. You know, right before I got there, they had a dude that got in a fight on the walk and got hit, got knocked out, got up 2-3 steps and died. Right there by the gym. The dude that did it, I forgot his name, the white dude, he told me that.
Yeah.
And everybody that had been there for a while, because you know who had been there for a while, the longest tenured motherfucker at Cottonwood was the one. Remember this bitch?
Yeah.
The cook.
Yeah.
The cook. I think he opened that bitch up. No, nigga talk shit about. I was on a podcast. I mean, on a feed. And they was talking about Cottonwood was pussy. I said, man, I done seen some niggas fucked up.
Listen,
you talking about shit? I done been to the pen. Angola got so many rats. It's ridiculous.
Listen,
them dudes trying to live their life up there. They ain't trying to lose their hobby box.
Fuck no.
Fuck. Them young niggas. Them niggas. No.
Man, listen. They did the annual report one year, and it fucked me up. Cottonport was the most violent prison in Louisiana, because they don't just consider killings; they consider fights and everything. Cottonport was the most violent prison in Louisiana, and that shit fucked me. I'm like, over Angola, yes, nigga, over Angola and everything, because this bitch used to have some shit.
They got a lot of
yeah, and anywhere you got that shit, yeah.
In the Mojo, boy, I went on my Mojo trip for a while, about 3 years.
Bitch, you and damn man, homie.
I didn't know where I was at sometime.
You're a homie, bro. That fucking shit. Say, bro, I'm just gonna sit here and fuck with this flu.
No.
You know what I'm talking about, that little homie.
Which one?
Let's slim white dude, little homie, man, homie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no name. That boy was goofy.
Say, bro, I'm just gonna sit here and fuck with this flu.
What's up, bro?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
I mean, I seen him not too long ago. But say, bro, I be telling people, motherfucker don't realize that. Like, see, when I went to the can, y'all gonna know about this. They called Neff. No, Juvie. I was way at the back of the line. That 4-3 number.
Yeah.
They say Juvie. Juvie somewhere along the line turning to Neff.
Mm-hmm.
See, Neff turning to Unc right before I went home, boy.
Right straight
One
up.
of them young dudes was like, say, Unc, it was just being him on the way pile. I'm like, man, this nigga ain't talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Because even though the years passed by, you ain't going through no fucking divorces and mortgages and life beating you down. Right. So to really age, why you think a lot of dudes do time they come home looking young? They eating right, they sleeping right, they working out.
And they ain't got all that stress.
No, you ain't paying no light bill. Man, when I first come home, I wouldn't turn it off. No lights. I don't give a fuck about turning that bitch on. I always forget to turn it off.
Yeah.
I'm used to that. You know what I'm saying?
Utility bill high as a motherfucker.
Dog, then you go through the shit you talk about now. Be home, and I don't know about y'all, bro, but it seems like everything in social media is geared towards sex. or bullshit. Even the gangster shit. Like sometimes I try to watch these little jailhouse shows where the dudes be talking about how they was in prison and all that. And I'm like, man, I know that boy would have been a fuck boy where we was at.
Yeah.
In that jungle. Tripping, son, but you gotta fight every day. You know what I'm saying? To me, LTI, Skyland, in like 98, 99 was one of the worst prisons I've ever been to date. To date, my nigga, they fight every day, sometimes 2 times a day. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of dudes out here. Like I said, I did that little time in Georgia, bro. It's a lot of dudes that wouldn't make it down there because it's built on respect. And a lot of niggas don't have respect out in Georgia. Like I said, it's gangland. So it's like you got a hierarchy, and then you got everybody else, but ain't no structure. So these niggas, it ain't no work unless you really want to work. They try to classify you and put you in the kitchen or some shit like that. It's like they'll appoint you. You don't fill out for it. They'll appoint you a job in the kitchen because everybody.
So they could beat around all the other ones.
Now it's so everybody can have a job, but if there's no space in the kitchen, they'll make you like a kind of like an honorary dorm orderly, where you supposed to get up and clean up the dorm, but they don't get up and do that shit. Them dudes stay up all night making noise and be on the phone with their knives and shit. This half the dudes ain't gonna use it.
Shit. That's how it is up there. Tallulah, Winsboro, Tennesseeville, no structure. Anything go, bro.
Yeah. When you got to be in a place where you got a job that you classified for, you got to get up for this bitch in the morning. You making all this noise over my head, man. I remember, when we came up young, the older dudes was really the motherfuckers that's gonna let you know how shit go. And when they started either dying off or getting out or whatever, you know what I'm saying, it was left to a lot of younger dudes. We tried to show them, but them dudes didn't want to hear that shit. That's why most of them was getting sent out the gate and shit, poked up, bashed up, all kind of shit. Cause they didn't want none of they think they know everything. They come off the streets with that mentality though. But when you're in a place where that shit built on respect, you gotta go. Prison politics is like that everywhere you go. Whatever the politics is, you gotta conform. If you don't conform, you gonna have a hard time. I've seen that shit so many times. Yeah, you're gonna have to fight everybody.
But you gotta an advantage because you could always claim that NO. That NO carry a little weight. I don't give a fuck where you go. You might not like them. You know about it though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We done produced some of the best rappers and fighters and look, come on, son. Deep in the South, they don't be stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so I went to juvenile in Texas and it was totally different. But I only had that one experience, with juvenile and LTI and then going to, to Angola, to WCI, and to fucking Cottonport. Cottonport, I stayed there for 10 years. So some of them bitches watched me grow up. You know the best thing I heard, bro? One of them rotten motherfuckers, I forgot who it was. He come up to me right before I went home and said, Billy, I would have a beer with you, bro. He said, I hope you never come back here. He shook my hand.
Yeah.
And I knew he had never did that to nobody else. But I also had a motherfucker named Bimmered, Iceman, come to me and ask me, say, brother, all them years you was beating me, huh, Billy? You was getting drugs in here, you was doing drugs and stuff. I said, no, sir. And I don't mess with nobody that does any drugs. I said, you rotten motherfucker. You ain't gonna tell me, huh? I said, man, I'm about to go home. I changed my life. I'm reformed. That boy, he looked him in my face. Dog, that bitch, you know how that should have been an FBI agent. I was walking down the walk and I'm hot. And I got something on me. Don't you know that boy stopped me? He put his hand out, put his hand on my heart and said, why your heart beating so fast? I said, what the fuck? Because you know how you get nervous, that bitch go to pumping.
Yeah.
He searched me down, he didn't find nothing. But no, I reflect on that shit a lot, dog. I don't know about y'all.
But
I remember when Cadillac beat, who that was you beat up? That was Goss, huh? I thought that was Goss you beat up. Yeah. That was Goss.
Goss got it.
Dog, talk about a rotten motherfucker, Jason. He been in the cell block for 30 years, dog. Calls everybody stud. That boy walk up to your cell with a coin and say heads or tails. He's like, nah, I don't want to play that game. He said, motherfucker, you better pick heads or tails or you're going to go to the block. If you pick heads and his tails, pack your shit.
God damn.
Took all my pictures and threw them in the air. My mom, I think she had did she pass away? No, she ain't passed away. But it was all my family stomping on him as he's going through my shit in the cell. Stomping on him. Dog.
You got some
miserable motherfuckers.
You got some riding ones, bro. that really on some real shit get their issue like the Ville. I mean, they had to do with Sporty. Sporty came from out the river. Sporty was a cool ass. People thought he was a punk when he first came, but he was just that cool. Man, this was in Cajun too. Man, DeVille had it in for Sporty, bro. He used to always fucking shake his shit down. He might shake his shit down, leave out, come back an hour later, shake him down again and shit. Man, Sporty like, man, bro, leave me the fuck alone, bro. He done wrote ARPs on him and everything. But somehow the fucking ARPs never get taken care of and shit. So this one particular night, they was in there watching basketball. They came did a freeze count. DeVille walked in that bitch, but he mugging Sporty like they had a no, he came in that bitch by himself. He mugging Sporty. Sporty like, bro, why the fuck you always fucking with me, bro? Like, what the fuck is your issue? You know what I'm saying? And he told Sporty some shit, and he was getting ready to pay, tell him pack his shit. Man, DeVille walked down, he finished the freeze count, and walked back up. Sporty winning this shit. Fuck. Look, close the balls. Close the balls. The fucking so he couldn't get out that bitch. Man, I'm talking about and went all the way to fuck in, bro. I thought like the tag team was gonna come and do some shit. They was like, please, Sporty, just let him go. Just let him out. Just let him out. They came and unlocked the balls and shit. Just let him out. Please let him go. He talking to him. I told this bitch. There you go. I told you, bitch. See when nigga hit that I told you, bitch, you done fucked up. Man, DeVille sitting up, they brought him on the bench outside in front of the key and shit. Everybody standing at the balls. What are y'all looking at? He crying like this nigga crying real tears and shit. What are y'all looking at? Get back.
You can only push a man so far.
Fucking right. Man, DeVille left. Oh, he went on leave for he left Cotton Pole for 2 months. They had sent him to the work training for Brotherhood. They sent him to Brotherhood for a little while. Say he was on his bullshit up there, but he was a little more cautious. When he came back when he came back to Cotton Pole, he still had a brace on his hand, but he used to keep his other hand in his pocket. Nigga, I don't know if he had mace in that bitch or a knife or I don't know what he had. He had something in that fucking pocket. But they, like I said, they got some rotten COs that'll make you.
The same thing happened in 06 at WCI. I don't know if Cadillac remember that. Remember that dude? He kept with the guard, the cadet kept on waking up the dude that worked in the kitchen. I think it was on Rain Yard. Or not Rain, whatever it was, but he kept on fucking with him, waking him up, woke him up like 4 times, and the dude woke up and beat the fuck out the guard. Like we had doors. They didn't have, WCI they had doors, they didn't have a cell. And the only way they got him, Big Lurch, that was what was it? It was Win One, huh? Win One
what?
What did that was at WCI, huh? I've been to too many jails, son. Yeah,
WCI, yeah.
That's the final. Remember this little short woman, that's the final, and the other little fucking man that worked there. And they had that old man by the gym used to always stop you and fuck with you. The old man. I forgot his name. But
I know you tell.
Yeah, son, that bitch was bad, son. I always reflect on that. And I hate to keep on going back to it, but how bad they treated us, and some of us turned into animals.
Yeah.
Just because, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna keep doing me that, and you're gonna do it, right before I went home. I don't know if y'all remember, 6 months before I went home, that older woman used to work on Hope Yard that came from Angola. She tried to get me caught up on a sex offense. She called me out the key, and I had my boxes on, and she told me I had a call out. She locked the gate. She said, "Oh, that's a sex offense." And I said, "Damn," I'm laughing. I'm thinking she's playing. She said, "Well, you got a call out. You got to go just like that." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And she said, I didn't tell her that. I didn't even say anything. And she said, "Fuck me. I'm a bitch." I said, "You serious?" I said, "You gonna do me that? I'm trying to go home to my family." You know what I'm saying? But she didn't realize that I had been there a long time. Only thing stayed me is I went back there. I went to court. Jared said they're gonna block you. He said, and he went in there and said, "Yeah, they're gonna block you. They're gonna take a good time." I had like a year good time. And then when I went in there, it was that black colonel, the little short one that was a lieutenant for a long time. I think he wanted to make it colonel. I forgot his name. Cool though. He turned the recorder off. He said, "Billy, this ain't you." He said, "She's lying on you." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I can't find you not guilty." He said, "I got to send you back down the walk, but I'm not gonna take your good time. I'm not gonna take your job." I went back down there, thought that bitch eyes was this big, son.
Yeah.
She go to the barbershop area. The bitch was so evil. She tried to get me back there by the barbershop. I said, son, come here. I said, oh no, I don't work back there. I had to like really try to stay away from this woman, son.
I believe
And
I know what you're talking about too.
I'm in the White House, dog.
Yeah, the motherfucking White House. Bro, you know I avoided that bitch for so long, boy. Until I went down there, I got in brick mason.
Culinary, huh?
Nah, it was brick mason.
Chinese.
Say, bro, man, I went down that bitch and I had got a write up right before I got ready to go back to reclass. 'Cause I was about to go to automotive. Man, the motherfucker brought me down there, told me they couldn't reclass me. I'm like, man, come on, bro, don't make me leave this bitch. Don't make me go back down there. It's scary down there.
You know, they treat you bad down there.
Man, I never thought about it that way. I was like, man, shit, all this good shit coming in. You know, these dudes go out on the like the road crew and shit be going out. Man, that's where everything coming in at. So fuck, I mean, this is what you want to be at. I had started fucking with them computers and shit. You know, before I left, I discharged from the block. I had my fucking car, my fall partner and shit. That nigga Napper a real motherfucker, bro. Napper break ain't full. Yeah. Napper and break ain't
quick shot basketball.
That's my dog, bro.
I like Napper.
But I got blocked for the fucking for the flash drive shit. You know what I'm saying? Cracking the fucking the little tablet shit, and you know I had my little titties and ass on my little flash drive and shit. Matter of fact, Hog, when they came up there and shit, I was that bitch Case. I was about to flash out on Case, bro. I'm sitting at the computer.
That bitch was dirty, boy.
Boy, look. He come up there. I wasn't even supposed to be in there. I was in the automotive shit, but I used to act like I was going to help Mr. Rick and shit, so I could hit the computers and shit. So I had my little computer set on I had an arcade in that bitch with all the games and shit. And I had my little.
I remember we used to play Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had my little corn here and there and shit, you know. So fucking I was cracking one of the fucking things, bro, and I didn't hear that bitch come behind me. He come behind me and he was like, what are you doing up here? I was like, man, I was helping Mr. Rick do some shit and shit. He was like, and they looked at that computer. Where'd you get a thumb drive? I snatched that bitch out of the computer. I stuck it in my pocket. I said, what thumb drive? Look, I hit him like Debo. What thumb drive? It fucked him up. I be saying, bro, it fucked him up to the point where that bitch was standing there. He had to think about it for a minute.
You know he was stupid.
Yeah, that bitch said, the thumb drive what did you do with that thumb drive? I had to put that bitch in my pocket. He reached for my pocket. I said, don't put your hands on me, bro. Oh, really? Oh, really? Man, no. Man, it's, Baton Rouge, fuck. With the one goal on the side, Rance was like, Jay, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. I'm like, man, because he seen it in my eyes, bro. I was like, man, I was about to flash on this bitch. Rance said, no, bro, don't do it, bro. He gonna hit that fucking beeper. They gonna do you something dirty, bro. I'm like, man, fuck it, bro. Yeah, I was like, I thought about it and shit, and I seen somebody else come up the back door. See, he done hit the beeper already and shit. So I'm like, man, fuck him, man. Take this bitch. I'm fucking.
Once they hit that beeper, you know it's over.
Yeah. Ain't no calling that bitch, man. You gonna ride out for something. If they hit that beeper and you innocent, you gonna ride out still. So I was like, man, I gave it to him and shit. That's when they call IT dude in and shit, and you know what I'm saying? Like, Napper got caught up in the little net and shit, but fuck, I ain't tell on him. He ain't tell on me. And we rocked it out like that. They kept coming and shit. They let him back down the walk, but they blocked me because they actually got the physical hard drive and shit, the flash drive. So I sat back there for 90 days. I only had 100. I take that back. At that time, I had 93 days before I went home. And I sat back there for the full 90. And I made the board. I was getting ready to go down the walk. Vimaret said, he said, hold up. You about to go home, huh? I was like, yeah. I said, I'm about to go home. I go home Monday. This was because it was Friday. He said, nah. He said, I'm gonna go. He said, you know, I like he was telling me, he was like, man, you know, I fuck with you. So just to keep you out of trouble, bro. Make sure you go home safe, bro. I'm just going to keep you back here. I'm like, come on, dog. Don't do me that, bro. I said, man, I got some people I want to holler at before I leave and shit. And he was like, nah, he said, I'm going to deny you the boat, bro, because, I don't want you to go down there and get in trouble and shit. You about to go home, whatever, whatever. I'm like, man, that's fucked up. But I was cool with it either way and shit, cause I was the hall man at night. So fuck, I ain't go out and do shit. Borderline gave me the job and shit. So I was the hall man and shit. So I'm up and down the hall smoking everybody cigarettes and shit.
They don't realize you could get stuck in that block. You know what I found, bro? The little times I've been in a block about 4 or 5 times, and that in 17 years was that good because I went like 8 years without a write up at one time, like 6 years. But you get accustomed to being in that block. And you think about it, I ain't got to deal with this one dude. Don't talk about if I get a good selling to go for money. Let's just go ahead and ride it out. Matter of fact, me and Nick was in a cell for a little while together, like for about a year. Yeah, because he got money, I got money. We eat good. We doing the push up. Time go by fast. We got our little TV shows. Come on, think about how that life was, right? It's it. I never forget it. I can go to the beginning of it. It's a little harder to go to the beginning of it in 2001.
Yeah.
But like the last end of it, I remember clear as day. And sometimes my memories of jail, I got more memories of jail than I do out here. I had that problem when I first came home. All I wanted to do was talk about prison and things that happened in prison. You know what I'm saying?
I had a lot of habits.
Content.
Huh?
You don't have no content at that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything new. You know what I'm saying? Like you talk about the cell phone. Somebody hit me with the cell phone and hit me with a FaceTime. I thought they could only do it with Apple phone.
Yeah.
When it popped up on my phone, I was like, hold up, now you can see me? Like right now, you can see me. You ain't got no delay or nothing. But like, man, stop moving the phone. But then I let a female buy me a phone when I first come home. Well, why she called me? And she was supposed to come see me, and I was busy. I was with another female. She just so happened to live 2 streets over. Why the bitch say, where you at? I said, I'm at my dad's. I'm busy though. She's like, where you at? I'm like, what you talking about? I'm at my dad's house. Man, you tripping. Yeah, I'm saying the whole while I'm getting dressed. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my baby mama. That, my little boy mama.
Right.
And that's how I started off. And she said, nigga, I can tell you the address you at right now. I'm in front. She said, come look outside. I looked, I said, oh shit. Dog, fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? And she said, come out, you might as well come out here now. She said, I even know who house this is. Now you know all this shit, bitch. But she put a track on the phone. She had to find my phone app on that. She knows that. I didn't even know it was possible to do that.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
I did that shit. I did that shit to a bro one time. It was really me just. I'm really thinking about myself. Like if somebody did it to me, let me see how this shit worked. It was a little coding that you could put in the phone, but you gotta have the phone for at least like 5 minutes. Where you take the motherfucker, you put it in their phone, and you turn the phone off, turn that bitch back on. When you turn it back on, every incoming, outgoing call, every ingoing, outgoing text, every picture, ingoing, man, that shit was coming straight to my phone. And I was like, I'm looking at all the pictures like we had some shit that happened one time, and she sent some pictures to her sister and shit. And them bitches, not only did they go to her sister, they went to me too. She didn't know this shit. Or she'll tell somebody, well, I'm at such and such house and shit, and I fucking pull up. How the fuck you know I was on it? Man, somebody seen you, and then they told me. So the whole time, I got your whole phone bug. I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to see, but I would do little shit because it was like, how the fuck is this nigga doing this shit? It was, to this day, I can't remember the name of the shit, but I had that shit on a fucking phone and shit. It made me reset my phone because I ain't know.
Well, I had a situation similar to that, and when it was around the time I first come home, and I'm still new to all this shit. I had the chick I'm messing with. She ain't got no phone at the time. She got a tablet, and her phone had just broke. So I'm right next to her, and I'm getting messages on Messenger from my partner, and it's ding, and then I hear ding. Now I don't think nothing of it. He's just so happened to hit me with some fast shit, bing, 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 bing. And every time my shit bing, her shit bing. I said, hold up. I looked over there. Sure enough, every time I got any message for the last like 6 months, she knew what it was before I did, around the same time. Crazy, son. Like, me personally, I'm not going to do that. If I got to do all that, I'm not going to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I can't trust you. I ain't supposed to be computer literate to be able to pick up on this shit. Now, obviously, now, you know what I'm saying? I'm far from that. But
Right.
still, just the fact that that's what's going out there in the dating pool. Just think if you were single and trying to meet women, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, you really got to be careful. Not shitting on women. That's not what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of there's a lot of unbalance because of the way the world is. It's really not even their fault. The way the world is now, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's really crazy. For a while it was geared toward man hate. Everything against man, you know what I'm saying? Non-binary, and I'm a fucking dude that identifies as a girl.
I'm a chick.
I identify as a fucking millionaire.
That's what I said. I told listen, I'm like from now on I identify as a white man with good credit. The fuck I
You know what I'm saying? If you could pick the shit,
Yeah.
I might pick over. Fuck.
What do you mean I can't get this car? My credit is 830. Fuck wrong with you? I'm a white man with good credit, bitch. Fuck you, man. Hey, look, man, we've been on this bitch for an hour and 33 minutes. I like the way this shit went. I really do. And
That's
I think
man that dipped out.
yeah, just get a left a nigga and shit. It's cool though. I mean, we got him on there for a minute. I thought we was talking about nigga said, man, you gotta have S on there. S gonna liven that bitch up. Man, that nigga conked out on it, man. Yeah, fucking, but I already knew I was gonna have it with you, dog. So what
You
is it?
gotta go to work. I said, you gotta go to work.
Yeah,
I gotta work tomorrow too. I gotta get up at 5. We're gonna make this a thing, dog.
That's what I said. Like we could do this.
We'll talk about it.
We could do this shit once a week. Somebody. I hope it don't interfere with the sound. It's like a rumbling, a low rumbling sound. Here,
I think that's S-Man shit. You need to mute it. I've been meaning to tell you that. It's like wind blowing.
Or something.
Lag inside. I'm inside.
I'm gonna take him out right quick. I want to see if that was him the whole time. And sure shit, it was.
You gonna better
Wait,
take it out?
hold up. No, it wasn't. It's back. Let me see. All right.
Let me turn off the fan. Make sure
It's like a humming. I can't pinpoint it because I tried to mute.
Off TV,
you should better take it out though, huh?
Yeah. I'm like I said during the when I edit this bitch, I'm gonna try to take all that shit out. Let me stop the recording though. And hold up, let me do a little ending and shit. This has been us just talking shit. This is the Brotherhood. We just talking shit. Just hear us out.